Ella Fitzgerald's suffering began in childhood and never ended. Ella Fitzgerald never had anything handed to her on a platter. She was orphaned during the Great Depression. She entered the criminal underworld as a teenager. She felt the effects of racial segregation. She lost both of her legs. This is Ella Fitzgerald's story. 1. She had a tragic childhood. Ella Fitzgerald was born in Newport News, Virginia, in 1917. She never knew her father. Her mother died in a car crash in 1932. Ella became an orphan at 15. Her stepfather was abusive, so Ella fled to her aunts in Harlem. 2. She was a teen criminal. Ella was an excellent student until she moved. Then her grades dropped. She began skipping school. Her family struggled to make ends meet, so Ella worked for a mafia numbers runner. She also served as a lookout at a local brothel. Ella ended up in a state reformatory. She ran away and lived hand to mouth. She danced for tips on 125th Street in New York. She slept wherever she could, often on the street. 3. She was judged for her looks. Fitzgerald's big break came at 17. She debuted at the Apollo Theater in 1934. Then she met Fletcher Henderson and Chick Webb. When Webb first saw her, he said,
"You're not putting that on my bandstand."
But Webb's band ultimately accepted Fitzgerald. Her years without parents had left their mark. The members had to teach her grooming and hygiene. 4. She was painfully shy.
She was a lonely girl around New York, just kept herself to herself for the gig.
Mario Bauza, a member of Webb's orchestra. 5. She endured discrimination. By 1940, Fitzgerald was popular, both at home and abroad. Her voice lifted spirits during World War II, yet she still faced segregation. She couldn't try just any train car or stay at any hotel. She once boarded a crowded train and sat in a whites-only car. The conductor told her to get off, but some white sailors insisted that she stay. 6. She got a boost from Marilyn Monroe. Fitzgerald once said,
"I owe Marilyn Monroe a real debt."
For a while, she was stuck at small jazz clubs. Big venues rejected her because of her race. But in 1954, Monroe saw her sing. The next year, a club called Macombo turned Fitzgerald down. Monroe swooped in and made a deal. She and her friends got to sit in the front if Fitzgerald got to sing. 7. She was the first black woman to win a Grammy. Her first Grammy win was in 1958. She went on to win 13 more. 8. She lost her legs to diabetes. In her later years, Fitzgerald was often hospitalized. She had respiratory problems, exhaustion, and diabetes. She had to have both legs amputated in 1993. Sadly, she never performed again. The singer died in her Beverly Hills home in 1996.
It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts.
Ella Fitzgerald.